Hello and welcome everyone to Turning Point Training and Development. I am Mary Ricketts. I am your host today for our program. We're going to call it Let's Talk About It. We have my dear friend and guest today with us, Darryl Johnson with Business Credit Works. Darryl, please greet everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mary. It's been a minute since we've been on live like this. I miss it.
I know. We have both been so busy in our businesses, but let me unpack a little bit for everyone what Darryl and I want to do and what we want to accomplish today. And you can see the title that we've got up on the screen, Business Credit and SBA Scoring. It is April 2020, and we know that there's so much information going out there regarding the SBA loans, the grants that are out there. It's so much, and sometimes it feels overwhelming. But I have to tell you that Darryl and I have both gone through one of the processes, and we're, of course, like everyone else, we're just kind of waiting to hear. But Darryl and I were having a conversation last week, this week, I think the last couple of weeks, really about, we're seeing all the SBA loans, we're seeing things at the federal level, some things going on at the local levels, across the country. We're getting emails from our CPA buddies in Arizona, locally in Kansas City. There's so much out there. And Darryl and I were talking because I had to call him because I was like, one of these, it looks like they're checking the business credit. I thought all these were grants. Everything out there is not a grant, and it is an SBA loan. And what was that? I think that was last week. I said, Darryl, what's the name of that site you told me about that I could go on and check my credit score? And what did you say to me? You said, weren't you in that training class?
Exactly.
But I think this is such a great time and a great reminder. So there's a couple of things that I've asked Darryl to share with us, and that is, explain to us what's going on. How does the SBA score? This is a loan. And here's why I think Darryl is going to be excellent at doing this is because Darryl, not only does he own his own company and has for years, but Darryl has a background in loan processing, which is why business credit and alternative lending and understanding, this SBA process and flow is huge for everyone. And absolutely, Darryl and I both have friends that are at local banks that, are doing all this, but there's one piece that is key, and it is the business credit. And Darryl, I don't know about you, but you and I were talking earlier this week that we're getting friends and other business connections talking about, you remember when I was talking about starting that business? Now might be the time.
Right. We have lots of time right now on our hands. So I've been having conversations with business owners also. I call it, this is time for us to do those housekeeping items, foundational things to set us up for long-term success, because we've been too busy working our businesses. But now we have the time to work on those things that are in the back of our minds. That's that little voice saying, you need to still do your business credit. You need to still do X, Y, Z.
Right.
So take this time and really focus on doing those foundational pieces for your business, which one is business credit.
I love that. We're going to hop right in and talk about the SBA scoring piece first. And another trigger word just came to my mind, because this is really part of your business development is, if I have the funds available, if I have the credit score to get the funds that I need, that I can do a couple of things very effective for my business. And this doesn't matter if you are a brand new startup company or you've been around for 50 years. Our business credit score is huge in what we get, what interest rates we're going to pay. So Darryl, I'm going to stop talking because I need you to give our community across the globe the information that they need from a business standpoint. Let's talk about the SBA scoring first. Take it away for me.
Okay. We'll talk about the SBA, but a little backstory on myself. I actually have two businesses. My first company is Business Credit Works, where we work with bootstrap business owners that have maxed out their personal credit cards for business expenses, move that business debt on or their business debt onto their business credit cards. They leverage their personal credit. We work with them moving that personal credit onto their business credit cards. I'm also a direct lender as well as being a broker, which I'm also going to be able to do some of those SBA programs for our community. And the reason we talked today was SBA, one thing that people don't realize, it does have a credit component. It has a what is called a FICO SBSS score.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes, exactly. And basically that breaks down to it's the business version of your personal FICO credit score. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
The business version, the FICO SBSS, which stands for Small Business Scoring System.
Okay.
SBSS, FICO Small Business Scoring System. Unlike your personal FICO, that SBSS, to use that versus the whole name, make it easier, it reports on a scale of 0 to 300. The higher, the better, but most lenders require a score of at least 160. And it's a combination of your personal credit and your business credit. If you don't have business credit, it's equal to having bad credit. So when lenders are evaluating, underwriters are looking at the SBA score and processing your file, they are going to take that into consideration, the FICO SBSS scoring model, which is going to combine your personal as well as your business score to make up that 160 or higher. The higher, the better, but 160 at least gets you into the game, okay? Very important, and that's what we're waiting on, too, is we don't know the guidelines for the small business program. That's always been the foundation for all SBA loans is a credit requirement. Okay?
So can I put a plug in there, because you just said it, and I'm going to make sure people don't miss that, is because this is brand new, and I'm picking back of what Darryl and I have already had conversations of, some of the SBA information that's out there that is directly reflected upon the COVID-19 crisis that we're in and pandemic across the country, that literally I was on a call this morning with the mayor of Kansas City, Kansas, and the faith-based community, and they were just talking about, why does it seem like every time I go to one of the sites, it's updated? And it is. They're updating this as we speak. Is that fair to say, Darryl?
Exactly. The SBA has to write the guidelines. So then the banks and financial institutions would know how to underwrite those files. Hit the nail right on the head. So that's what we're waiting for now, is to see the interpretation from the government to the actuality for SBA as how we can underwrite these loans.
So I'm just going to throw this out there, and I hope I don't put you on the spot a little too much. But for those of us that are business owners and we already feel like we're wearing all the hats, and I have some of my clients that I coach that are I'm doing all I can to keep everybody on task and on target. Everyone's having to work from home, or the solopreneur that's just like, I'm ready to. I've got one client, he's already bald, he can't do anything else. He can't pull out his hair. But what about that person that it's like, what? I don't like doing the numbers. I don't like filling out the paperwork. And I'm saying this because I was going to beg Darryl to do mine for something. But is that an option for some people? If they're like, I don't like doing the paperwork behind it. And just to be honest, all of us are not good at that.
Right.
Is there an option for people to do that? Is it against the law if they have somebody else fill it out? Could you
actually
right to that a little bit?
I can talk to that. Right now, the guidelines do allow for what they call an agent. An agent can be a bookkeeper, your CPA, a consultant, who will fill out the paperwork for you. And then we work hand in hand with those agents and the lenders to then process the paperwork.
Oh, that is so good to know. That is so good to know. And I'll let us hit on that maybe even a little bit later. Someone really is like, can you do certain things just so I can know if I'm even in the ballpark, and helping someone maybe even do like a business credit audit. And And here's why I bring that up, because there's nothing worse than getting your hopes up and thinking, oh, I'm going to qualify for all this. That if you
Right.
at least get a business credit audit done, you should know if you're even in the ballpark. So, what is their scoring minimum? Is it the 160? Is it a 180? What is it? And then if you don't know what your own score is, you just don't want to set yourself up for that level of disappointment if you're kind of like thinking in the back of your mind, I'm going to get this and my business is going to be okay. Is that fair to say?
That is correct. Okay. And as I say, as much positive financial data you can give any lending institution, the more the underwriter will feel comfortable in saying that they've got a really good, strong borrower, and they feel good underwriting the loan and actually writing you a bigger check. So that's right on target.
Okay, that is awesome. So let me do this, because I know we've just got about 5 or 6 more minutes. So I know that a couple of the programs that I looked at are going on through September. So let's just say that either I don't really think I need it yet, or my business credit isn't even really established. Can we talk about the business credit and the business credit program, and what are some of the things that the program can do for people, whether I'm ready to go for the loan now, or if I'm like, I might wait, another 2 or 3 months before I do it?
Yes, exactly. What I'm talking to my clients about is within 30 to 60 days, we can start building that credit profile. 30 days, actually, you'll come out, start building a credit profile, and then have a credit score being formed. So now, as you're waiting for your loan file to get processed, you can start building business credit, and then by the time that the processor gets to it, you'll have some type of credit score in place to be able to get that 160 or higher credit score. So now is the perfect time to start working on your business credit score and credit profile, because it's going to take a while for all the lenders to start working through the files once the guidelines are actually fully released. And even then, heads up, once it's released, those guidelines, and I say this all the time, the money rules change all the time. So there'll be tweaks, they'll be changed a bit as we start processing the files. So they might have higher requirements, or they might have lower requirements in certain places. But you definitely want to set the foundation up so you can secure the funding that you need at this time in the market.
I think that's awesome. I've pulled up Darryl's website so that you can see what it looks like and what's out there. It is very easy to get to. It's businesscreditworks with an S.com. This is it. This is really all about building business credit for your company. Darryl and I have done quite a few webinars together last year. So I know a little enough to be a little dangerous, but this is really huge, especially when it is a matter of getting your business debt and responsibility off of your personal and onto your EIN. I don't want to scroll too fast, but I want to give them kind of just a view. Here you go with 4 steps to building business credit. There's a free download there. You've got to put your email address in, and there's information right there that you can download. There are some great basic information videos that are there as well. Let me make sure I got to where I needed to. Here is the Business Credit Builder program. Give us about a 30-second overview as I kind of scroll through this for you, Darryl.
On this page, it really breaks down the benefits of business credit. I've got a video tutorial there that actually walks you through the whole entire program. You're assigned a credit coach. Their role is to answer questions and walk you through the program and the process. It talks about the benefits, and as you keep scrolling down, there's the overview of the video. That is literally the back office. Once you become a client, this is literally the steps you're going to take. It's just like a course. As you can see the check marks on the side there, you're going to simply start asking, answering about 10 questions to each one, telling the database, for example, what's your business name. It's going to have 2 videos that it's going to explain to you the importance of a business name, what's your EIN number, 2 videos explaining to you the EIN. Just answer the questions. We actually call that a compliance checklist. So
I love that.
Once you, right.
And you know what? And just to share with you, I've actually been into the back office. It is phenomenal. It is step by step. You cannot mess it up. Um, and it is extremely easy. But when I first connected with Darryl a couple years back, and I remember speaking to one of his clients, and I thought, okay, is this really legitimate? Does this really work? And the best compliment I heard this other gentleman say was, I got done in less than 6 months what I've been trying to do on my own for 2 years. When we are in the situation that we are in right now across our country, across the globe, if we've got an opportunity to maybe tweak and adjust, and if nothing else, get things on the right track, because we don't know how long all the programs are going to last. Some of the calls and things we're hearing are, some of these are going to last till September, some may be till June, some may be till the end of the year. I think the big piece that Darryl and I have talked about, especially with our own clients, is please get on this now. We're not saying don't get your paperwork filled out for SBA, but what we are saying is if you're getting ready to do that, now's probably the time you want to make sure that you are building your business credit if you haven't. If you have no idea what it looks like, now's the time to have a business credit audit done. And then let's take a look at what all the next steps are for you. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit more, because this is usually the big question that everybody has is, okay, how much does all this cost? And I'm going to let Darryl share before I get to the next slide what he's going to do throughout this month of April. Because if you see, the full rate on this is $29.97.
Right. What I've decided to do was to literally, in this time right now, is take the price to $14.99, this in half. Okay, it is a phenomenal program. Takes you about 6 months to complete it. Once you're done, you're going to have about $50,000 worth of different credit lines, starting with net 30 or vendor accounts, then moving to gas credit cards, store credit cards, and then MasterCards and Visas. So you're going to have a really robust credit profile with Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax. We work with all three on our platform. So 6 months is the time frame to go through the program. If it takes you longer because you are working with your credit coach, you are applying on your own, you literally are applying, buying, 30-day reporting cycle to the credit reporting agencies to build a credit profile. The one thing I want to talk about, Mary, too, is the secret sauce to the program is the vendors that actually report on behalf of your business to the credit reporting agencies. We've done all the heavy lifting. We've done the research. We have a department. Their role is when companies advertise they offer business credit, we'll have a conversation and see if we can fit them on our platform for our client. So the accounts that are in the back office today, they change because the rules change all the time. We're constantly adding more, taking off, adding more, and we're also monitoring what the customer service is at these places. If they don't have good customer service, yes, if we don't have good customer service, we don't want to send our customers there if they can't handle them correctly. So that's the secret sauce to the program.
And what about that
phenomenal
number? You are giving it at half off?
Half off. This is the perfect time for us to doing our foundational work and getting our foundational house in order, financial house in order, consumer credit, business credit, your financials, your bookkeeping, record keeping, get those things in order, because as I tell people, my company's here to give you options. It's better to have those corporate credit cards and not need them, because if you're not charging on them, there's no payment. But if you've got 4 or 5 MasterCards with $10,000 credit limits, that can particularly be used to take you out of a sticky situation. If you can't make payroll, for example, or you need to buy more goods or services, you can use that, leverage that credit, and then grow and scale your business. Okay, so I'm here to give people options.
I think that is awesome. Darryl, I know we're getting ready to wrap up. So let
Right.
me close out a little bit with this, and then I'm going to show you how you get in touch with Darryl, what you need to do to get on top of this, and begin to build your business credit. He's giving us the 50% discount through the month of April. Through the month of April, the best way to get everything set up, and Darryl is, I just so appreciate what you're doing. I'm pulling up his other screen. So if you go to his website, businesscreditworks.com/contact, you are going to go directly into his calendar. And here's what you want to click: the April 2020 promo. As soon as you get into this, you're going to be able to select the day and time. You're going to be able to take care of your investment for your business credit building program right there. And it is this simple. If I want to book tomorrow with him at a 9 a.m., I'm going to click, I'm going to confirm it, my name, my email, my phone number, business name, city, state, and everything is processing through PayPal. You schedule it. He begins to start building up the back office information that you need, and they have full access into everything within 24 to 48 hours.
That's correct.
This is huge, and this is impactful. So whether you are applying for the SBA loans today, you're reconsidering it, you need to get started on it now so that by the time they start processing things, or at least if you're even thinking, you know what, maybe my business score is okay, or I'm not sure, I want you to also think about, what else you need to do in your business. And I threw this up, Darryl, and I know I'm probably giving away all the candy in the candy store today. But one of the other things that Darryl and I talked about that he was going to do for everyone is to keep the business credit audit available. So the business credit audit, can you hit on that in about 30 seconds, and then we're going to wrap this up for everyone?
Sure, no problem. What the business credit audit program is, it's just that. People don't know if they have anything reporting or not. Once you get your business credit, the format is even different. The credit score is different. There's a whole bunch of things that you're used to seeing on the consumer world that simply do not apply in the business credit world. So that audit comes into places where we would actually pull up your business credit report, enroll you in that program, and then pull the report, and we literally walk through it together, and I explain to you what this means, what that means, and just educate you on the business credit world. Okay? It's a great program.
This is good.
Thank you. I think it's good.
I do. I'm just like, we've talked so much throughout the years, and I told him one day, I said, one day I think I'm just going to teach it. But it because it's so important. And with Turning Point Training and Development, we provide our business coaching and our leadership programs. We have a full range of corporate training programs that, of course, we've had to move from being face-to-face to some online. So one of the things that I told Darryl I would do for anyone that signs up for his program in the month of April, you will get a discount bonus emailed to you of what discount I will be able to provide for business coaching. So we're going to make this just kind of, we're going to get you from both sides and make sure that you are well taken care of in your business. So everyone that signs up with his program, then you will also get my discount attached to that for what our business leadership and business coaching programs are. So Darryl, I want to say thank you so very, very much. Is there anything you want to close out and say to the people?
Now is the time, as I said before, get the foundation, those housekeeping items taken care of. Whether you're going for an SBA loan or not currently, business credit just makes sense. It's there to give you options. Every company in America leverages credit. So just take the time now, really fine tune, set the foundation in place, work on those items, and when we come out of this, you're going to be in a much stronger position and have more options available when and if, not a matter of if, matter of when something happens, that you have some options and resources to be able to navigate that space without leveraging your own personal credit or your own personal assets. That's all, Mary.
Thank you. I got to say thank you so much, Darryl. Darryl's toll-free number is on here for the company. We've got his website here. I'm going to say to everyone, thank you so much. Everyone be safe, be careful, and have a great 2020 into your business success. I'm Mary Ricketts, Turning Point Training and Development. Darryl Johnson, Business Credit Works. Have a great one.
Bye-bye.